Coming up on Locally Louisiana, we've got the head basketball coach in the studio. Justin Payne from Nicholls women's basketball team joins us to talk about his career, his camp, and his upcoming season. One Acadiana business is plus A+ with the AC. We'll visit Butcher Air Conditioning. And finally, we've got a word and a tune to share from the North Shore. It's all coming up next here on Your View. Everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Your Views, Locally Louisiana, your go-to show for everything happening in the Pelican State. My name is Kuniqua, and I am beyond excited to be your new host. A little bit about me. I am a mom of two beautiful sons with an amazing better half. I am a geek girl who loves all things Marvel, DC, cosplay, and anime. I am a graduate of the prestigious McDonald 35 Senior High School and Louisiana State University with a background in theater and technology. Louisiana is my home, and I couldn't be more thrilled to join you as we explore the people, places, and things that make our state great. But before we get started, I want to personally thank Karen and Patrick for taking care of this program for so long. I know you guys are watching at home, and I will do my absolute best to make y'all proud. Now, whether you are a lifelong resident or a curious visitor, we are here to uncover the rich culture, vibrant events, and hidden gems that make Louisiana truly unique. So, let's get started with a few to-dos and things to do in the coming weeks. Let's tip things off at Tipitina's. Check out what they're calling Free Fridays. Over the course of 15 weeks, every work week will end with the free live music at Tips. 2 artists each Friday, completely free. The only catch is you have to be 21 years old. Doors open at 8 and performances start at 9. So if you need the info, log into tipitinas.com/freefridays. Y'all, that's not all. There is so much music coming to the Crescent City during the month of June. Take a look at the schedule. So I gotta start with Megan Thee Stallion, and hotties, you do not want to miss getting your hands on these tickets. It's a hot girl summer and we don't need that anxiety. So Megan will be heating up the stage at the Smoothie King Center on June 10th. Now, if you prefer a little bit of Latin flavor, the SKC has got you covered there too. Luis Miguel's world tour is making a one-night stop in New Orleans on June 12th. The show starts at 8, and then 4 nights later in 1 Mile Up Canal, Ryan Adams has a stop at the Joy Theater on his solo 2024 tour. The doors for that opens at 7 p.m. on June 16th. Juneteenth is a historic day of celebration for the African American community. It marks the day in 1865 when the enslaved African Americans in Galveston, Texas were finally informed of their freedom. This is over 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was issued. This historic day has since become a symbol of liberation and a reminder of the ongoing struggles for equality. As Juneteenth approaches, commemorations are planned all the way from Acadiana to the Crescent City. Here are a few events to celebrate this historic holiday. Lafayette's Acadiana Center for the Arts is telling the Juneteenth story. Written by Twana Benoit, the Juneteenth story outlines the historical significance of this now national holiday. The story follows the Williams family as they prepare for the annual Juneteenth festival, while regaling in the real-life tales of our story of freedom and how they came about. The show runs from June 14th to the 16th with a pre-show performance by Fire Expressions Dance Conservatory and will feature a new special guest at each showing. For tickets and details, check out acadianacenterforthearts.org/events. Now, if you're in the Baton Rouge area, the LSU Museum of Arts is hosting a Joyful Noise Juneteenth celebration featuring the hometown, world-renowned choir, Heritage. Come out and enjoy this rich sounds of this amazing choir dedicated to restoring and preserving the legacy of the Negro spiritual. The show kicks off Friday, June 14th at 6:30 p.m. and admissions are free. Speaking of free, the NOLA Juneteenth Festival is happening on June 19th at the Louis Armstrong Park in Congo Square. It's from 12 to 6 p.m. and the event will feature an array of panelists, performances, free dance classes, and more. Now, our to-do list is almost complete, but I think the calendar may have room left for one more. What do you think? One more? I think one more. Lord, what fools these mortals be. It's Shakespeare in the Park. Hermia, Oberon, Lysander, and Puck. It's A Midsummer Night's Dream presented by the Fourth Wall Theater Company. June 7th through the 9th at Lafayette's Moncas Park. If you're coming in from out of town, that's not far from the Cajun Dome. This is one of Shakespeare's most famous comedies. You do not want to miss it. The only thing hotter than the South Louisiana summer is the hype around women's basketball. The WNBA is going strong right now, but the college game is where I'm headed with our next guest. He is the head coach of your Nicholls women's basketball team, Justin Payne. Justin, welcome to Locally Louisiana.
Kuniqua, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm really excited about it. And I can't wait to talk some hoops.
Oh man, I'm super excited to have you here. Now, going over your career just a little bit, you started out at Nicholls as an assistant coach, right? You also played for them as well.
Absolutely.
But I know that in 2018, you guys had a super impressive run, which got you head coach at Georgia Southwestern, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that run was historic and record-breaking. So, what brings you back to Louisiana, and how do you feel being back to basically where it all started?
Yeah, like you said, man, I mean, at Georgia Southwestern, we won the first conference championship ever in school's history. Was huge for that university, for our program. And you know, my wife was pregnant at the time we found out in our last year at Georgia Southwestern. And we got the call from Nicholls, and we were extremely happy to kind of come back to this full circle moment. To lead this women's basketball team. So we had a great first year, and we're looking to build on year 2.
Listen, we are so excited to have you back because I know you had a list of schools lined up waiting to grab you. So we're so excited that you decided to come back to Nicholls.
Thank you.
The WNBA right now is huge, and it is hot on the scene with your Angel Reese, your Caitlin Clark. Have you seen an uptick in the excitement with players and people and new players wanting to come into play? And then have you also seen excitement when it comes to the fans and attendance?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, when it comes to our fans and attendance, I said at my press conference that we would be exciting to watch just because of the style of play that we have. But going back to your question with the WNBA and everything like that, Kim Mulkey, Angel Reese, and that whole squad with LSU, you feel like have kind of pumped up women's sports and women's basketball in Louisiana for sure.
Yeah.
So you can see them as we're doing these little camps. You can see the amount of young girls and young women who are interested now in playing basketball. So we're excited about that. We can't thank them enough. And yeah, we're going to continue to, it's hot right now. We're going to continue to build off of that, and we want as much support as possible.
It really is. Well, I can't wait to come out and see a game, so I'm expecting tickets.
Yes, for sure. That's it. You got them. You got them.
But just, you mentioned camps. So do you all have any summer camps this summer? And tell us a little bit more about those programs. Are they, you know, what ages do they have? Just tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we have our little kids camp June 3rd through the 7th, which is next week. And, you know, we just want all the little ones out. It goes from either pre-K to 11th grade. So we're working with them small to high school again from there, but we're just excited to work with them. Then we go to our team camp, which is more so for the recruitable athletes and everything like that, and that's June 19th and 20th, and then on August 24th, again, we go to more of our recruitable athletes, which is our elite camp for the young women or who's actually like trying to get signed.
Wow.
You know, so that has been normally a great success.
Wow. So how is recruiting going for you guys this year?
It's going really good. We signed a great class thus far. And, you know, we can't talk too much about it, you know, on air and everything like that. We don't want to get in trouble, but we signed a great class. We're really, really excited. I think the fans will be excited in year 2 to see what we have cooking up down on the bayou. But we are thrilled. I think they're going to be excited. And we're trying in year 2 to bring this championship home.
Yeah, yeah. What specifically are you looking for in terms of the new season, and what are you most excited about going into this new season?
Well, I'm most excited about, you know, I kind of got to bring in our first true recruiting class. So I'm excited to work with these young ladies. We've been building something special. You know, we set the foundation last year, and then now, you know, we put it together and continue to build upon that. So we want to continue to build upon that, but I'm excited to work with this group. They're a special group, and you just get to the gym. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
We got some good players.
Listen, I've seen your run and what you've done with Nicholls before you left, what you've done with Georgia Southwestern, and it's extremely impressive. So this new season, I am insanely excited for. I cannot wait to see what you guys do in the coming years, right? Because it is a build-up.
Yes, for sure. You continually to build, and we, you know, 95% of our deal, we want to make sure we hit the recruiting trail and make sure that we're bringing in good players to our family.
Nice, nice. So if anybody wants to get in touch with you or get in touch with the team or learn more about tickets and different things like that, just let us know how we can get in touch with you.
Yeah, Nicholls Athletics, or you go to on our page on Nicholls Athletics, look for my email, justin.payne@nichols.edu, and you can get in touch with us there.
I don't have to tell you that the heat is on, but after this short break, we are going to chill out with the guys from Butcher Air Conditioning. This is Locally Louisiana. My goodness, it is hot outside, and my AC has been running non-stop. But you know who keeps it cool? Butcher Air Conditioning in Broussard.
Good morning, Butcher Air Conditioning and Installation. How can I direct your call?
Hi, I'm Bobby Butcher, Butcher Air Conditioning, located in Broussard, Louisiana. Butcher Air Conditioning was started in 1949, founded by my dad, Tom, and his 2 brothers, Warren and Matt. 75 years later, we're here, and going on our 3rd generation. 2 of my kids, Barrett and James. It's very rewarding to be with a family business. You know, you take a lot of pride in what you do. You take care of your employees take care of you. You look forward to coming to work, seeing your people that have been working with you for 30, 35 years. Your kids are now coming into business, learning the business, and you want to continue this, you know, as long as it can go. Butcher Air Conditioning has multiple parts of our business. We have a service side, which we service both commercial and residential. We have a installation side, we have an insulation business, we have a sheet metal business, and we have a maintenance business. And everyone has a different department with different management, and it's been very nice to have pretty much everything you need for air conditioning. You know, we can fix anything, any brand, doesn't matter if it's Trane or Goodman or whatever. We're here to help. We value our customers like they're, you know, we want to be treated just like they would want to be treated. And we're very fortunate, we have very, very loyal customers. I can think when things were really bad in 1984, 85, 86, but it was the oil field crashed and $10 a barrel and stuff. It was very scary times where there was no business to be found. Unfortunately, we had very loyal customers that stayed with us and that kept us afloat during really, really rough times. But we are thankful for everybody that we have, because they can go anywhere else. they want. They choose us, which really makes us feel special, and we try to do our best to go above and beyond what you're asked to do. We've been having a red truck with a white top for many, many, many years. At first, they had black trucks with a yellow top. They even had fuchsia colors, okay? We've been with red and white for 60 plus years. Here's a picture from 1950 of the old truck, which this is a 1951 Ford. Right here is the oldest picture we could find of a truck. So I went looking for different trucks, and we found one in Ocala, Florida, and fixed it up, and it was just a rust bucket. And it took 4 years to restore it, and now we have it, and we ride it around town. It's in perfect shape and a lot of fun to drive. Main thing is keep your filters clean. Change them out. Rule of thumb is when you're riding out to check to the utilities, change your filter. Go outside, check and see if there's any kind of ligustrums or bushes really tight around the outside unit, which would choke it. So keep that all trimmed, cleaned. In your house, you might keep your shades down during the day. You might raise your temperature of the house to 74. Don't do it any higher than that because it'll take longer to cool off. Make sure your house is insulated. Make sure you get a program with an AC company that comes out twice a year to check the freon, clean the coils, and what have you, which is available with us. If you need to get in touch with us, the easiest thing is pick up the phone, 337-837-2000, or go online, www.butcherac.com.
Don't go anywhere. MSY teams up with the TSA to go high tech when we come back. Here's a little did you know. For the third year in a row, the Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport has been recognized as one of the best airports in North America in the 5 to 15 million passenger per year category. Say that 5 times fast. But that's pretty nice, right? MSY is one of the 3 airports, only 3, that can boast about that award. That's crazy. Want some more good news? Well, I've got it for you. If you're like me and you hate having to pull out your driver's license at the airport, well, now Louisiana drivers can just flash our phone screens. That's right, the TSA is now allowing travelers to use their LA Wallet app at MSY. So this makes Louisiana one of 8 states that can use digital IDs at their new TSA readers. Well, we're told that you may want to keep your regular license, and you do actually need a real ID compliant license to use the scanning equipment, but overall, that's absolutely amazing. MSY is one of 27 airports around the country with this new technology. We're about to wrap up our show with some sweet sounds from Abita Springs. You're watching Locally Louisiana, only on Your View. Now, I've got a challenge for you. Think about your friends and family. I bet you can name at least a couple of your close contacts who can play a musical instrument. Maybe not really good, but you just never got to live out that dream of making a living with the music that flows in their veins, right? Well, we might have found the perfect place for those weekend warriors to showcase their musical mojo. Tom Gregory has the details.
Jazz and blues, country and rockabilly, Cajun and bluegrass. The roadmap of Louisiana's musical culture is filled with many twists and turns. Twists and turns that make it like no other. There are many winding routes an artist can travel before finding their home in Louisiana roots music. For many, the beat came from the street themselves, by playing on the streets and being empowered by the music's energy.
It's just one of our natural resources, and when it's out in the open like that, in the open air, everybody gets a taste of it, and people can get started playing the music.
After you.
These are young and skillful musicians that don't appear regularly at festivals. Their music is real and heartfelt. They are the Buskers.
Busker, is someone that is a professional musician, but is also professionally broke.
Once a year, the Abita Springs Opry and the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival and Foundation bring busking off the streets and into the spotlight.
The Abita Springs Buskers Festival is one of a kind.
At the Trailhead Museum, this festival presents the roots of busking like no other.
The musicians that play the Buskers Festivals are people that you see when you're walking down the street.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
The organic nature of this music has struck a chord with audiences, and the popularity of this family-friendly fest has grown each year. So much so that now the event is live-streamed on WWOZ, one of the top 5 radio stations in the U.S. and the guardians of the groove here in Louisiana. These buskers have become the caretakers of the craft.
It's just about the soul and spontaneity, which goes well with this type of music.
These buskers and their festival are not only preserving the musical roots of Louisiana, they're living it, making sure that Louisiana remains a place where the music is too big and too strong to be kept only inside. Here, music's joy will always overflow and spill into the streets.
And you realize that everything is happening here.
Tom, that was amazing. Though we shouldn't be too surprised, okay? Creativity abounds here in South Louisiana. And hey, if you want to stay up to date on what's happening at Abita Springs Trailhead, just log into trailheadmuseum.org. Well, that wraps things up on this edition of Locally Louisiana. Hey, if you've missed anything in this episode, or you just want to binge watch previous episodes, it's easy. Just log on to watch.yourview.com. I'll see you guys next time here on Locally Louisiana.